party members, so I am off LARPing tomorrow and that means I still need to pack and that means I don't want to. So naturally I'm going to procrastinate as much as possible and I thought, hey, let's film a video. So let's talk about the 3 things that you should take to every single LARP that you want to go to. Number 1, hand sanitizer. We live in a post-COVID world, which means COVID is still around, still causing problems, and you need to have as many precautions for it as you possibly can. And that means hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is probably one of the best weapons you have in your armory. Not only does it do the basic thing of keeping all of your, hands germ-free, but it is one of the most versatile things you can actually have with you. It doesn't matter if you're camping outside or if you're staying inside nice, warm and cozy, this stuff is probably going to be the most useful thing you have. Other than the obvious in that it kills the bacteria on your hands, it has a lot of different uses. If you're camping outside, it can be used to sanitize things, specific things that you're going to be putting food on. It can be used as an emergency deodorant if you need it, because it will kill the bacteria that is causing things to smell. The most important thing that it does is it kills bacteria, because we are still in a world that has COVID. I have yet to go to a LARP event this year where everyone has come home without COVID. Someone catches COVID. I don't know who is bringing it to my LARP games, but somebody is. And frankly, I very fortunately have not. I'm not attributing this to hand sanitizer. I know many people have, but considering it is still abundant and coming to LARP games, having something to try and help you prevent catching it is always a good idea. The other great thing about hand sanitizer is it is so easy to get hold of. I got this bottle from Primark for £1.50. They have hand sanitizer everywhere these days, so there is absolutely no excuse for not being able to pick one of these up for dirt cheap. Hand sanitizer is by far one of the most useful things you should have, and you should have it in any pouch that you have. I have this wonderful little thing that my friend Tony made for me, which you can put the hand sanitizer in, and that means that it'll all be fine, and I can put it on my belt and it looks really cool. It is such a good idea. Have your hand sanitizer with you. Second thing you want to have with you, notebooks. I don't know about you, but I have a terrible memory. I would like to compare it to a sieve with a hole the size of a tennis ball in it. I forget stuff all the time, and LARP is terrible for having lots of information. It's probably not the greatest hobby for me now that I think about it, because I don't retain anything. But I fortunately was smart enough to go, I'm gonna write it down. So, invest in a notebook. It doesn't matter what kind of LARP you're going to, if you're going to something fantasy, if you're going to something sci-fi, if you're going to something set in the modern world, bring something to write stuff in, because otherwise you are going to miss plot points, you are going to miss character names, you are going to miss a ton of information purely because everything is going to come at you at once and it's very hard to keep it all in line. These things are so easy to get hold of as well. You can buy really cool ones off Amazon, you can buy them from LARP retailers, you can get some pretty decent ones in simple high street shops as well. It doesn't need to be big and dramatic, it doesn't need to be leather bound like this. It can just easily be a piece of paper that's been folded up and got a couple of threads through it to hold together. It can be anything, just make sure you have something with you that allows you to record what you need to know for your event. The other thing you should always make sure that you have with you when you are going to a LARP event is something to drink out of. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Jess, I'm going to be staying indoors and there's going to be tea and coffee facilities. I don't need to bring a bottle or a cup. Well, you think that, but when you're off on a major sort of, plot point and you suddenly find that you are quite thirsty and quite tired and the kitchen is not available to you due to plot or because it's being used or whatever, it is really helpful to have access to water on your person. I talked about this a little bit in my LARPing in summer video. It's really easy to get dehydrated even in indoor environments. So it is really, really important that you have some access to at least some water as much as you can, ideally at all times. So even if you're going to be LARPing indoors in a nice easy surrounding, make sure that you're going to have access to water somewhere. It doesn't even need to be an in-character water bottle. You can get covers for them. You can get, I have this lovely leather cover that I got from Darkblade that I can slip a bottle into, and that hides it pretty well. But you don't even need that. You can go on to, again, Amazon, brilliant place of it, and get like a Hessian bag that you can just put stuff in, like hide a bottle in. It is really, really easy to have something cheap and simple to, you know, disguise your water bottle if that's something that you want or need to do. Even in the last few weeks, I've had a couple of instances of heat exhaustion at home simply because I wasn't drinking enough and taking care of myself. I thought I was. Clearly I wasn't when I ended up being bedbound for 2 days straight. It is so easy to not take care of yourself. So please don't be like me. Don't be an idiot. Make sure you're drinking properly, even in places where you don't think that you need to be drinking that much. Take care of yourselves. The LARP year is not even close to over. There are so many events still going out there. I really want to make sure that you have the best time possible. So please make sure you are staying happy. Please make sure you are staying healthy. I need to go and pack, so I better get going. See you on a battlefield soon.